to do is always get rid of the fractions. How we get rid of the fractions? Okay, so we want to multiply everything, so basically the equation, by the LCD, which is the least common denominator, which is a number that all denominators go into evenly. So let's start with the first equation. It's 1/3 x minus 2/3 y equals 3. The denominators are 3, 3, and don't forget we have a 1 here. The LCD between 3, 3, and 1, or the common factor, is just 3. So I'm going to use 3. Multiply this by a 3. I'm going to get 3 times 1/3. I'm going to write that down. So 3 times 1/3 x minus 3 times 2/3 y equals 3 times 3. So I have to multiply that by that 3 too. Those will cancel each other out, same as this one's. So I'm going to get, this is just x, 1x or just x, minus, I have it with a 2, so I have minus 2y equals 3 times 3 is 9. Let's go ahead and try to solve the second one. The denominators here are 3, 2, and 3. What is the least common denominator between 3, 2, and 3? What is the common factor? It's 6. Notice that we couldn't use 3 because 2 doesn't go into 3. So I'm going to write that down again. 6 times 1/3 x minus 6 times 1/2 y equals 6 times 8/3. So let's try to simplify this as much as possible. 6 goes to 3 2 times, so I can cancel that out. This is going to go to 1 divided by 3, that is going to be 2. So I divided 6 by 3, it gave me 2, divided 3 by 3, gave me 1. Here, divide 2 by 2 is going to give me 1, 6 by 2 is going to give me 3. These two, we can simplify them or reduce them more with dividing both into 3. So the 3 divided by 3 is, is just 1. And 6 divided by 3 is 2. So with the first one, I'm left with 2x minus 3y equals, I have 2 times 8, 16. So now that we got rid of all the fractions right there, we can do this the old good way. If I were to cancel out x's, this is 2x, so if it was negative 2x, I would be canceled out easily, so I could multiply the first equation by a negative 2. But we want to do it the harder way to cancel out the y's just to practice. So I want to make one of them negative 6y and the other one 6y. So I want to multiply both of the equations by a number. I'm going to just choose to have this first one to be negative 6y and second one to be positive 6y. In order to make negative 2y, negative 6y, I just have to multiply by 3. In order to make negative 3y 6y, I have to multiply it by a negative 2. So remember, signs should be positive since they were both negative, so I had to multiply one of them by a negative number to make them opposites. If I do that, I'm going to get, for the first equation, I'm going to get 3x, and 3 times negative 2y, negative 6y. 9 times 3 is 27. Negative 2 times 2 is negative 4x. Negative 2 times negative 3, the sign is going to be positive, and 2 times 3 is going to be 6, so 6y. And then negative 2 times 16 is going to be negative 32. Now it's time to add them. 3x minus 4x is just negative x. Negative 6y plus 6y, we're good, they're going to cancel each other out. Negative 32 plus 27 is negative 5. So divide both sides by negative 1. I'm going to get x is equal to 5. So I'm going to put this x equals to 5 to one of my equations to solve for y. I can use any of these equations, but I'm going to choose not to use one of the fraction ones. So I'm going to put this, for example, in the second one right there, which is 2x minus 3y equals 16. So 2 times x is 5 right now. 16. 2 times 5 is 10 minus 3y equals 16. Get rid of that 10, it's positive, so subtract the 10 from both sides. I'm going to get negative 3y equals 16 minus 10 is just 6. Divide both sides by negative 3. I'm going to get y equals negative 2. So this is an example for you guys to try to solve. So yes, let's say you went over it and tried to solve it. Let's go over it together. Again, I want to get rid of the fractions. So on the denominator, for the first one, on the denominators, I have 10, 2, and 5. So I'm going to multiply everything by a 10. So I have 10 times negative 1/10 x plus 10. So let's try to simplify it. 10 and 10 will cancel each other out. So I'm left with a negative x. 10 and 2 will go to 2 one time, and 10 will go to 2 5 times. So I have 5y. And then 10 divided by 5 is just 2. 2 times 4 is 8. So I have 8 here. Again, I want to get rid of the fractions. So I want to multiply everything by the least common denominator. My fractions, my denominators are 7, 3, and 21. Just 21. Let's multiply this second equation by 21. I'm going to to get 21 times 1/7 x. Let's try to simplify. 21 divided by 7 is just 3. 3 times 1 is 3, so I have 3x. 21 divided by 3 is 7. So I have 7y. 21 divided by 21 is just 1. So I'm left with -2. So here, it is easier to get rid of x's because y's don't go to each other. 5 and 7, they're not good numbers. So if I multiply the first equation, they already have opposite signs. So if I multiply the first equation by just a 3, I'm going to get -3x. And for the second equation, I already have 3x, so I can cancel them out. X, -3x. 3 times 5 is 15. And I'm going to write the second equation. Just so it's time to add them. -3x plus 3x, I just cancel each other out. So I have 0. 15 plus 7 is 22y. Or 24 minus 2 is 22. Divide both sides by 22. I'm going to get y equals 22 divided by 22 is just 1. I'm going to put this one in the first equation right there. I just chose that. So -x plus 5y equals 8. 5 times 1 is just 5 equals 8. -x plus 5 equals 8. Subtract 5 from both sides. -x equals 5 minus 5 is just 0. 8 minus 5 is 3. So divide both sides by -1. X is -1.